Hello everybody, welcome to this video. In this video we will see a question based on projection of solids. Projection of a freely suspended solid, freely suspended pyramid. The question is, a square pyramid of base 40 mm side and axis 60 mm long is freely suspended from one of its corners of its base. Draw its projection when the axis makes an angle 50 degrees with vertical plane. So since it's a square pyramid and it is suspended from one corner, that corner should come on the left side. Now you want to draw the reference line like this and mark a point here, and from there you want to draw a line at through that point you want to draw a line at 45 degrees like this. On that 45 degrees line you want to mark 40 mm, and 40 mm square you want to make in such a way that one edge is 45 degrees. So in that way you want to draw a line at 45 degrees, mark a point there, then 40 mm you mark, then perpendicular line you mark 40 mm. In that way you want to draw a square. So one base edge should be inclined at 45 degrees. These two edges will be inclined to 45 degrees. Now name those points as A, B, C, D, O. Do the dimension 45 degrees and edge length 40 mm, square 40 mm. Now to get the front view of this, first you project all these base points A, B, C, D to this reference line. So this is A dash, this one will be B dash and D dash, and this one will be C dash. So that you can get the front view of the base. Now it is given that height of the object is 40 mm, 60 mm. So from this point you mark 60 mm height, name that point as O dash, draw slant edges like this, O dash, A dash and OC, O dash, C dash. Now the center of gravity of this object is at a distance of h by 4 from base. So here it is height of the, since it's a pyramid, for a pyramid this center of gravity will be h by 4 from base. So that is h is equal to 60 mm. H by 4 means 60 by 4 will give you 15 mm. So center of gravity G dash will be at a height of 15 mm from base. So from base you mark G dash at 15 mm like this. Now connect A dash to G dash line. So A dash, draw A dash G dash line. Now the center of gravity is the place where the entire mass of the body is assumed to be concentrated. So when the object is suspended freely from one corner, this A dash G dash line should be vertical. Now first you want to draw A dash G dash line here. Measure this length of this A dash G dash line and draw that line here having same length. Okay, name this as A1 dash and G1 dash. You want to keep some distance from here, A1 dash and G1 dash. Now you want to copy this diagram in such a way that you want to turn it like this. So you want to copy this diagram here in such a way that A dash G dash line is vertical. Now for that, first you are drawing this A dash G dash line, same length. Now you measure this angle that O dash G dash, O dash A dash G dash makes. So O dash A dash G dash angle you want to mark here, G dash A dash O dash. So this angle and this length you want to mark here, this angle and this length towards right side. This angle and this length you want to mark here, this angle and this length towards right. Similarly the other angle, that is G dash A dash C dash line. So other angle, this angle and this length you want to mark here, this side, left side, this angle and this length. So this particular angle G dash A dash C dash line angle you want to mark here, G dash G1 dash A1 dash C1 dash, and that length A dash C dash. So that length you mark here. Now you connect C dash C1 dash to O1 dash. So this diagram you can copy here in the same way, but with this vertical, this line A dash G dash vertical. Now once you get this diagram, you want to draw the fourth diagram, that is the projection. So draw the projection lines parallel to this through all these 4 points like this. Now draw vertical lines from each point to those corresponding projection lines. So A1 dash to A, B1 dash to B, C1 dash to C, and D1 dash to D. Similarly O1 dash to O. So in that way you can get 5 points here. Connect those 5 points using straight line. You will get the top view of this diagram, tilted diagram. Now name those points as A1, B1, C1, D1 and O1. Now you want to copy this diagram here in such a way that the axis is inclined 50 degrees with vertical plane. Now before that, you have in top, this is the top view of this diagram. So in this case, top view, the line C dash C1 dash O1 dash line will be invisible in top view, because other parts of this pyramid will be covering that. So though that line C1 dash C1 O1 line will be invisible, but in that O1 A1 will be visible. So this much portion you want to use dotted line to mark. Okay, so this line will be dotted line. Actually this line, entire line, C to O line, C1 to O1 line will be invisible in this case in top view, but all since A1 O1 is visible, you want to mark this line only up to here. Up to here it is dotted line. Now you want to copy this diagram here in such a way that this axis, this is the axis makes 50 degrees. So first you draw a line at 50 degrees like this, mark a point there. Now this is now you want to measure this dimension from here to here, here to here and here to here. That dimension you mark from here to here, here to here and here to here. Now from the third point, from this point you want to mark this dimension and this dimension towards perpendicular to this line. So from that point perpendicular to this line, you want to mark this dimension towards left and the other dimension towards right. So in that way you can get some points here, 5 points. Just connect that, you can get the top view of this object tilted after rotating through 50 degrees. Name those points as O2, A2, B2, C2 and D2. So you can just turn it like this at 50 degrees. In that way you can copy this diagram here. Now you want to get the final position of this object. For that, just draw vertical lines like this through all these points, all these 5 points, 4 and this one, 5 points. You draw vertical lines. Now horizontal lines. Draw horizontal lines from all these four points like this, projection lines from all these 5 points, A, B, C, D and O. Now from here also you draw vertical lines corresponding to that projection lines, horizontal lines. So from here you want to draw vertical lines to those horizontal lines from A to A, A2 to A1 dash, B2 to B1 dash, C2 to C1 dash and D2 to D1 dash. Similarly O2 to O1 dash. So you will get 5 points here. Just connect those points using straight lines and you can get this diagram. Now here you have the border. Since base is coming this side, here base will be visible. Since base is here, this is the front view, so observer is viewing this object from here. So observer's side the base is coming. So observer is here and the base is coming towards him. So in front view, the base is exposed to observer, so base is visible in this case. So after drawing the base as visible, draw the border line and you can see this O2 dash and the O2 dash D2 dash line and O2 dash A2 dash line will be dotted line. These two lines will be invisible in this case. Now so use dotted lines to represent those lines. Also you can, to get a 3D appearance, you can draw the axis using chain line. So to get the axis, connect, in the case of a square, connect two opposite corners. Draw a straight thin line, soft line to A2 dash C2 dash and D2 dash B2 dash. A2 dash C2 dash and D2 dash B2 dash line will meet here. So that from that point draw a chain line like this. So that that represents the axis of the object. This is how you draw a projection of a suspended pyramid with axis inclined 50 degrees to horizontal vertical plane. Hope you understood this diagram. Thank you very much for listening to this video. Thank you.